Hello, SOSers. Today's a little different. You might notice we have trash food, such as McDonald's, which they really are trash because one simple order, and they couldn't get it right. They didn't even put ketchup in with the fries. They didn't put cheese on the burgers that I asked cheeseburger.
We don't live for much.
Yeah.
We don't ask for much.
That's all I want.
We might die tomorrow.
Yeah, this could have been my last supper. Anyway, the trash food is for this curveball episode of
Trash
talking, but with a twist.
Wait, should we actually just trash talk people?
Yeah, I'm down.
Well, what we're
right.
doing is we're going to we all like picked certain things to can you hear that?
Yeah.
We're gonna choose certain things that society finds trash, and then we are going to defend those things. I mean, choose things that obviously we love and that other people don't love, so we can just defend that. We're gonna defend some trash while eating trash. You're welcome. Shall I go first?
Yeah. Dive in. It's just the cord. They can't hear that.
Okay, perfect. We're also trash.
Yeah. We're Today's a mess. Today's a little bit of trash.
Okay, so my first trash opinion is none other than the Jersey Shore.
Jesus Christ.
I knew I'd be like, oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, it's a good one. Okay.
Get behind this.
The reasons, I'm going to defend this, and this is why I'm going to defend this. First of all, they have an amazing cast, and it's not like one of those things where it's like real world. It is. I'll say why. It's not like real world where there's like, you know, every year is a different cast with a Bachelor or, you know, whatever. It's the same cast every year since 2005, 2006 when they started. And they work so well off each other. They balance the other one out. And it's also, I mean, like, you can also say, like, I'm from Jersey.
Yes.
It's one of those things where it's like, you know, it started while I was in high school, college, and it was just so fucking funny. So it has a nostalgia element, too, of just, like, the trash people. It's like why I don't go to fucking Belmar or Point Pleasant and all this fucking, the boardwalk. I can't handle it. But then again, like, I love watching them on my TV. I just don't want to be around them, and that is the beauty of it. The drama is immaculate. Immaculate drama.
What?
Meaning you can't write this shit up. Like,
You don't think it's scripted?
No. It's too much of
Really?
It's also because, like, there's like legal issues, right? That goes on in the show. That's fucked up. I mean, unless they literally wrote for one of the characters to be assaulted at a bar.
Shit. Well, I've never watched it.
It's like it's Snooki. You know Snooki.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it was the first season. Everyone in the cast, they were making fun of her. They weren't vibing with her. And then, like, they're all at a bar. She's, like, trying to, like, you know, warm up to them. And they're all at a bar trying to get drunk. And this one drunk guy starts stealing all of their shots. And she gets in his face. She's like, motherfucker, get the fuck out of here. Like, what the fuck are you doing, you asshole? Like, stop stealing our shots. And he fucking just, like, right in the fucking face. Just
He punches her?
Punches her.
Wow.
And it's insane. And, like, the entire cast, like, just went after him, just starting to beat the shit out of him before the police can get there. And she was crying. It was sad, but it was also one of those moments where they brought them all together, and they all rallied, and they were like, wait a minute, like, you're our little sister. It was really cute.
Wait, Alyssa, what you're defending right now is actually proving my point that the show is trash.
No. I know. I didn't mean to go into detail about that
cute.
drama.
They got into a bar fight.
No. Well, it's the fighting that makes it. Like Snooki, Angelina, like, there's so many good one-liners. Like, like, you know how in Real Housewives, which, spoiler alert, I'm going to be defending that
I don't know anything about that either.
Well, they have, like, taglines.
Oh, okay.
And, like, the Jersey Shore taglines are fucking amazing. Like, Angelina would be like, hello! That's her tagline. Dina's is, you like the boobs? Like, those are a good one. And then there's, like, all these other one-liners, like, you dirty little hamster. Oh, my God. There's a fight between Ron and Sam are the couple where all the drama happens. Like, he will throw all of her stuff out when he cheats on her. He'll throw all of her shit out into the street.
Why is this good though? Like, what? Where's it? What?
You have to. I mean, maybe I'm not doing it justice. It's just like a car crash. It's a car crash you can't look away from.
All right.
And it's like drama you would never have in your life at any fucking point. So they have it for you, and it's like you get invested in them as people as they grow, because they do grow, because they just came back for family vacation a couple years ago, and they are like completely changed. All parents, they're all like beautiful souls except for Ronnie. He got worse. And it's amazing how they had a transformative moment, but are still like hilarious and still bring sort of drama, but not as messy as when they were kids. But yeah, it's like drama that they have, and you would never have it in your life. And it's a car crash. It's all these things. I feel like I had another really good point. Oh yeah, the growth. Mike, the Situation. Ever heard of The Situation?
Yeah.
He was an alcoholic, drug addicted, went to prison for like tax fraud, and like used to be the worst womanizer. He would like the grenades on a
trash.
He complete. I mean, the Jersey Shore is complete trash. Yeah. So sorry, there's a little bit of a sound
They can't
issue.
hear it.
We can cut this. Thank you.
We just got to keep going.
Yeah. Mike, the Situation. He was complete trash, womanizer. Yeah, he came out of prison like a completely different person. He's the one that everyone goes to for advice. He's having a baby with this woman that Ryan went to high school with.
Oh, weird.
I mean, it's such a small world in Jersey.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think if there's another reason. I mean, other than it's my comfort show. Like, I remember going through a really dark time when I moved out here, like changing, locations being far from your family, and the Jersey Shore was there for me. And it was just, it's complete escapism, and that's a lot to do with what I defend today. And it's like, it's trash, but it's like trash that you don't have to have in your life. So you're
Yeah, it doesn't make you face your own life because it looks nothing like your own life.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
And that's it. That's it for the Jersey Shore. I don't know. I recommend it.
I don't know if you brought me on board, but I respect that it was your lifeline.
Maybe East Coast people might be more into it. I don't know.
No.
I don't know.
So mine is but is interesting because you said it often ties. If you like something that most people acknowledge is trash, it's usually tied to like nostalgia. And I have my first two kind of go hand in hand. I love airports. I love being at airports. And everybody hates going to the airport. They hate that part of traveling. And I'm pretty sure it was just from like growing up, we traveled a lot, like international travel from the time I was 9 on. And so airports were like so exciting for us because it was like big, like we were going to move somewhere for 6 months, like across overseas, and we'd like bring all our stuff. And I remember like our first couple of flights, everything was new, and mom and dad were like explaining to us how it was going to feel to fly. And we get to the airport and they were like, see, they have like, we would all have like we're a family of bookworms. So we'd all have like our books or magazines. We like sit in our little area and we'd like get food and just like people watch. It's the people watching. But for me growing up, so there's a nostalgia part that I really have it's always going to be there. But also, the concept that all of this, like the peak human emotions, like some people at their saddest goodbyes are under that roof with you. And some people having not seen each other for years, or like the biggest like reunions, the most heartfelt happiness and sadness and all this change and transition and fear and excitement. All of these like peak human emotions are contained in one place, and always under that roof you will always have all of those human emotions existing. And as soon as you leave, like, I don't know, you might be at a Target and maybe someone's super sad and someone's super happy, but airports, shit is people's lives are changing in that moment. Like, and there's a lot of mundane traveling that happens as well, but like I love people watching, and at airports it's some of the best because you see people's dynamics. You're like, you can tell when someone hasn't seen each other for a long time, someone's crying, or if someone has a really sad goodbye, like a couple that has to say goodbye, or like kids that are super excited to be there with their running like wide open spaces they can run around in. And just like people who are, you can see people who are reading and people who feel like are just exhausted of traveling. And then you see, I don't know, like you try to guess if they're sitting at a gate that says like, you know, I'm going to Denver. It's like I'm in LA and I'm in an LA to Denver flight. And I always look around and I'm like, okay, who at this gate is from Denver and who's from LA? And you can usually tell by what they're wearing. Like, I mean, I never ask, but I love playing those games and guessing. And I'm just like, you can, and you know, especially that because I went to college in Denver. And so like Denver people just look like Colorado people. And then and LA people, I don't know, they have a look too. So it's like fun at gates to be like, are you from here? You're going home? I just love airports. And so I like love getting there early and just like getting my coffee or like, and sitting there and people watching and reading my book and just like listening to music. I love it. But the other thing that, what were you going to say?
I was going to say, like, do you go to airports early so you can just hang out and people watch?
I do, not like earlier than like not earlier for fun, but like if they, like I don't mind being there at the recommended time. Like whatever they say. So if I board, I like to get there an hour before I board, which isn't crazy, but like some people like push it. That's like to feel safe. But if I'm there and if I have a long layover somewhere, I don't care. I like to like get to that one place and then like go in the bathroom, freshen up, like get a drink, get a whatever, like find a little cute spot to sit, like decompress, people watch, read. I love it. So,
can you fall asleep at an airport?
No. Stresses me the fuck out. No, because then you're just by yourself and then you're like, what do I just sleep through my whole life? No,
I've done that.
Oh my God, you missed a flight? Oh. Were you with Ryan or by yourself?
Yeah, I was with Ryan.
Okay, if I was with someone, I could. But by myself, I could not.
That's interesting.
Another weird thing that I like is, to a degree, like not the scary kind of turbulence where you're like,
oh God,
plane just drops out of nowhere and like I too am afraid of a plane crash. But no, like your average turbulence is the most relaxing thing to me. And my mom told me when I was a baby, I always like if I was just being shaken or like shaken baby syndrome or like vibrating in some way. Like my uncle, she said, came over one time when I was a baby and I started crying and my mom's like, no, just shake her. And he's like, okay, like kind of gently shaking me because I'm an infant. And my mom goes, no, violently shake her. And I stopped crying. But it's like the second things are like, you know, not the turbulence where you're just all of a sudden like, whoa, like I'm not a psychopath. Like that scares me too. But it's the kind, yeah, it's just the kind that's like kind of bumpy and kind of, and I also have heard from pilots and on YouTube University that regular turbulence literally has no signs of, it doesn't affect the safety of the flight at all. So don't worry. But it's so soothing. I love it.
Not even bad.
Huh? Yeah.
I'm like eating the shit out of this.
Oh no, I thought you were saying, are you really scared of?
No, I was like, gonna say, even really bad turbulence isn't bad for the safety of the flight either. Like, but
scary.
I have had panic attacks.
Yes, that's what I was thinking of.
From turbulence. I have like a crazy fear, not of flying. It's like interesting. It's like I don't have a fear of flying. I have a fear of heights and of turbulence, like just literally being shaken. Like wind, when it's really bad windstorm, shaking the building or my house or whatever.
Car when you're driving.
Or car. No fucking way. Don't shake me.
Don't shake me. You can shake me. Shake me all you want.
It's like the opposite. I like rocking, whatever.
Oh yeah, they're like soothing. I like to be rocked and I like to be shaken. Shaken, not stirred.
And I'm on the rocks.
That's cute.
Rocks. I am.
What's your next one?
It bleeds in from the last one. But the Real Housewives.
Oh yeah.
I have to.
I can't even like. I don't know anything about it, so I can't even be like.
It's a lot of the same things of the Jersey Shore of why I loved that. Like, again, same casts from every. Well, that's not true. There'll be some like new ones, and some will leave. But for the most part, they're like the core cast will stay from each city. amazing casting. They all work so well. Everyone balances the other one. It's like Sex in the City.
When
We're
you
like,
say
I'm
amazing casting, does that mean like amazing?
They bring the drama.
Yeah, like they're
open. They're ready for their life to be on display. Shout out Melissa Gorga for her song On Display. She's a Jersey housewife, and she has a song called On Display, On Display.
My God. No, no.
Speaking of Jersey.
Trash.
And housewife. But it's so fucking good. The drama, again, same thing from Jersey Shore. Like, it's one of those things where they have the drama so you don't have to. And it's even better, I would say, than Jersey Shore. I just go for it. And it's ASMR. Like, I could hear myself chewing through the mic. It's one of those things where they have the drama so you don't have to, but it's better. But instead of Jersey Shore, because all the people in the housewives are like stupid rich. So you're watching like stupid rich idiots fight and like
really unrelatable.
as unrelatable as possible. So it's like the escapism is even mwah, you know?
See, yeah, okay.
I recommend, it's endless content. There's so many cities, so there's different flavors for everybody. I would say Jersey and New York are really good stepping points, purely because they were like one of the OGs. I mean, Orange County was an OG, but there's like too many white people.
Orange County does nothing for me.
It's also Orange County. Yeah, it's like it's a lot. It's the drama there is a little bit more. I mean, it gets insane, but it's like insane for like crusts of your Wonder Bread. You know what I mean? It's like your Wonder Bread like crusts falling off, and you're like, oh no, I don't know. Actually, I don't know what I was saying.
I get it.
And there's really good, really good taglines and like sayings. Karen Huger from Real Housewives of Potomac, her line is, "People come for me all the time. They just don't find me."
Okay.
And then Dorinda Medley from New York City, she goes, "I'll tell you how I'm doing. Not well, bitch." And then this is a really good one between Luann and Alex McCord from New York City. You would love New York. You would love Bethany. Oh my God. I'm like, amazing. Luann goes, "You came in your Herman Munster shoes." And Alex goes, "They're Louis Vuitton." And Luann goes, "Well, even Louis Vuitton makes mistakes."
Oh my, that sounds like a Sex in the City quote.
I know, because I'm giving a little bit of a Samantha vibe, but that's Luann. Luann is the countess. She goes by the countess because she was a countess at one point. And she doesn't let anybody forget it. Bethany Frankel needs to come back. She always comes back and forth, like on and off of New York Housewives. I live for her. Skinny Girl Margarita.
That's her brand?
Yep.
Wait, so she's been around a while.
She's been around a while.
Are they old?
I mean, it depends. I mean, with all that work, you kind of don't know anymore.
It's true.
Yeah, they're just going to be always in their 40s and 50s. Who knows?
40s? They look like some of them in their...
Yeah, they might be older than that.
I feel like 65.
I don't even know anymore.
Geriatric.
They're all like an amount. I don't know. You don't even think about it anymore because they fight like they're in their 20s or they're in high school. Oh, I wanted to do this. If you can think of a tagline for yourself, if you were in like a Real Housewives of LA, what would be your tagline?
Try me, bitch.
Just try me, bitch. Like
with the hair flip.
Sonia Morgan from New York City has a really great one where it's like, "I have a taste for luxury and luxury has a taste for me."
Oh, I have one. Well, I didn't come up with it myself, but someone did in life. And a couple of friends of mine and I crack up because it was hilarious because it was a stranger on the phone. That's what made it so funny. And they just said, "I love iconic things." And that was it. So maybe that would be fine.
I love iconic things and iconic things love me.
Yeah. Perfect.
Do you have another one before I go to the last one?
No.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I thought you had another tagline.
Oh, no.
Yes. Mine, I did a reverse. So something that everybody loves, but I think is trash.
Oh.
Amusement parks. Six Flags, Disneyland. I don't care.
Yes, bro.
You hate them too? Or you love them?
I hate them, but I'll sometimes be in the mood, but I still hate them.
Yeah. Well, and here's the thing: if I go with a really good friend,
Yes.
I've gone and had a good day at Six Flags.
Company matters.
Yeah.
Company matters.
But then I'm only enjoying the company. I'm still not enjoying the amusement park. I'm enjoying the amusement park because I'm with my best friend.
Say less.
Yeah, that's what's. But the irony is, while I was coming up with the reasons I hate amusement parks, I noticed that all of these things also exist in airports.
Is it like the amount of people that's around?
It's long lines, overly priced, underwhelming food. It is.
You're going up high.
Except, yeah.
It's a ride.
Also, although with amusement parks, it was just funny though, because I was like, wait,
You paid a lot of money to get there.
Yeah, you paid a lot of money to get there. No guarantee you're gonna get where you're trying to go. But the amusement park. Just joking, guys. You don't know. You don't know. Amusement parks, it's so hot, and you're just like, there's limited shade, and then when you do get to shade, they're like, that's $5 to stand in the shade. And then you're just like, oh, another thing I thought about was like cranky families and kids.
That's the worst part. I was going to say that's the worst part of it.
Those are also at airports. However, it's AC, and some kids are having the time of their lives there. And at amusement parks, I would venture to say no kid is having. Just kidding.
It's also one of those things where you can put on your headphones and sit down near a gate,
and you
kind
can
of
be
tune
like
it out.
in a little cafe bubble or at a bar or something.
You can definitely have escapes from those moments at an airport. Amusement parks, it is in your face all the time.
And you go to a bar,
plus so much more barf than an airport.
You're right, and there's still barf in both places. There's some weird parallels, but airports are my favorite. Amusement parks do not speak to my soul.
I feel you.
Yeah.
I feel you. It needs to be said.
Yes.
More people need to acknowledge that, and they won't. My last thing that I wanted to defend that I don't know if people think are trash. I think maybe they do. I thought it was trash before I got into it, and I was telling you about this. Fairy porn.
Oh, you were telling me about this.
I was reading this book, ACOTAR. Maybe there's somebody out there that knows what I'm talking about. A Court of Thorns and Roses, and they're a really fun fantasy with fucking fairies and fairy porn. That's literally what it is. And I was like, I can't. Everyone was talking about it in the book world, and I was like, no, I can't do it. No. And then my friend recommended it, and then I was like, God damn it, I was hooked.
Listen, I can get down with personally trash books way more easily than trash TV shows. I don't know why that is.
I think it's imagination, it's unlocking, and you can have your own interpretation.
Yes, it's an escapism that feels more creative to me.
Yes, and it doesn't pretend to be anything other than it is.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's not trying to be fucking, Gone with the Wind. Is that a book? I don't know.
Yeah, and there's no like characters that like have their ego wrapped up in it. It's on paper.
Yep, and there is a psychology to why a lot of women love like fairy porn. It's like a gateway into other kink romances, which is really interesting. It's like a safer way that they can like access certain things. And this is more on the dark romance side, but like fairy porn can definitely border on that.
Wow, so your next step is like Dom.
Kind of, yeah. But there's this element.
Watch out, Ryan.
There's this element where in ACOTAR specifically, and maybe other ones, where there's like mind reading happening between the fairy and between fairies. And I mean, like in ACOTAR, it was like a bond. It's like a weird bonding thing. And like True Blood, you know how there was like
yes, I love
if you had a vampire's blood, they can feel your pain where you are. And that's a common trope in a lot of fantasy and fantasy romances. And
I like
yes, and I came to the realization, this is like a little while ago. Basically, I was walking the dog around my apartment and outside, and I live by the hospital, so there's a lot of homeless, and it was just homeless, just like a lot of weirdos, lots
in
of
Hollywood.
Weirdos, yeah. And I get yelled at a lot, and there was like one specific time where he was just in my face calling me a bitch, screaming at me while I was walking the dog. And I was just going through all of these things of just like, what if he hurt me? Will he take the dog? Will she run away? Like, what will happen? Like, it was like things. It's like, why the fuck?
Oh, you have to run through entire scenarios.
Yes.
What weapon would I use? What would I?
I just like
would I run?
Cross the street and and this is daytime. This is like middle of the day.
Yeah.
So let alone when I walk her at night, it's a nightmare. And like I've been followed before, like, and I'm just around this block, you know what I mean? So I have to duck into places that don't follow me back. Like I've done that many times.
Sketchy.
Yeah, we need to move. So basically I was telling Ryan the story later on in the day, and he, don't get me wrong, he was like very supportive and sympathetic, and like it was one of those, but as I was telling him, and not like he gave me any reason to think like this, but and maybe you felt this way too, of just when you're telling another man about a time where you felt uncomfortable, a lot of things go through your mind when you're doing that. You feel exhausted, that you have to kind of like relive that
and
to explain
why. Like, but why would you cross the street? Well, because then I thought about.
Yeah. And then, but you also like, am I crazy? Like maybe it wasn't that big of a deal. You also think that. And then you also think, and again, not that Ryan was giving any, but to any guy, you might not be believed.
Yeah.
So why I love this trope so much is because it allows the woman to feel fear or feel whatever. I mean, it gets kinky. They can feel horny too. Feel anything without having to explain it, because the other dude will automatically feel it, no questions asked, and be there to support that woman.
I love that.
And this is like, this is just me. I as I realized from that conversation with Ryan, as I was explaining my fear, I was just like, wait, that's why I love this trope so much, and maybe other women too,
cool.
Because we don't have to explain or defend our fears and all these things, because they'll automatically get our existence. Yeah.
I love that.
That's, I don't know. I think that's why I love some good fairy porn.
It's why she
Check it
wants
out.
to fuck some fairies.
So
if you know any, over.
Please do.
Ryan works a lot.
Ryan works a lot.
So weird.
We're cute.
All right, guys. Well, that was a short and sweet little, kind of off brand, but here we are. Little episode, and I hope you enjoyed it.
Oh shit, we didn't Patreon.
Support us on Patreon, please.
Come on now.
Subscribe. $3 a month, $7 a month, $11 a month. Either any option helps. And
shout out Black Lives Matter.
Yes, always blacklivesmatter.com.
Follow us on Instagram, YouTube. Follow us, subscribe to us, leave a review. It helps us reach a lot more people. And again, we have a Patreon.
Yeah.
And shout out to Nija and Steve for being fucking OG patrons. We love you.
I'm Molly Cottrell.
I'm Alyssa Rosano.
And here's to turning meltdowns
into magic.